Yes, the richest man to have ever lived was a melanated king. Hey yo, what's good? What's poppin'? It's your girl Lulu, and today we're going to be talking about the richest man to have ever lived. Since a lot of people don't know he was African, not to talk about Malian. And I heard a lot of people saying that Jeff Bezos is the richest man to have ever lived because now he's worth $200 billion, which is actually not true because Mansa Musa was worth $400 billion, which is 2 times more than Jeff Bezos. And sometimes I wonder why we didn't learn about him. But obviously, seeing he is or was African and Muslim, I'm not surprised. But anyway, before we get into this video, make sure y'all like and subscribe. It's free. And click that notification bell because I make new videos every week. So let's get into this video. So anyway, there's not a lot of information about him because he lived in the 14th century and he ruled from 1312 to 1337, which was 25 years, which is amazing considering how much he accomplished. So first of all, he actually wasn't royalty. He was deputy to the king Abubakar Keita II, but he left for a religious pilgrimage and never returned. So automatically and by their law, Mansa Musa was made king. And the interesting thing about his reign is that at that time in Europe, in the Middle Ages, there was a lot of population decline and unrest in Europe because of a number of things like the Black Plague and famine and so on. So Musa became king to a country that was rich in natural resources, and gold and salt was particularly valuable and abundant in Mali at that time. So he became a merchant and he traded across Asia and Africa. And therefore Timbuktu became the epicenter for commerce in the region. And before his reign, Timbuktu was barely an established settlement. But after Musa came to power, there were just camels passing through each day. And apparently each camel held or carried 200 pounds of gold or salt. And to this day, the salt trade is very present in Timbuktu. Also, Mansa Musa ordered the construction of one of Mali's most iconic landmarks, the Great Mosque of Djenne. Obviously, as a Muslim, he had to pay tribute to his faith, so he built it. The mosque is considered by many architects to be one of the greatest achievements by the Sudan Sahelian architectural style. Mansa Musa also expanded the Malian Empire to Mauritania, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Burkina Faso, Niger, Chad, and Nigeria. Keep in mind that he only did this in 25 years, so that is a lot of countries. But a lot of these places did join the Malian Empire willingly because of the high quality of life. But he also had a large army, and he conquered 24 cities and he never lost a battle. So as a Muslim, he decided to participate in the Hajj, which is a pilgrimage to Mecca. Considering it was the 14th century, it was a long journey, so he obviously didn't go alone. He traveled with 60,000 men, and 12,000 of those men carried 4,000 pounds of gold, and others had gold staffs and horses. He also had 80 camels which followed him, which carried 50 to 300 pounds of gold dust. He also gave gold to the poor he met on the way to Medina. And apparently every Friday he built a mosque, which is crazy because people can't even do that today. Musa gave so much gold to the poor that the value of gold decreased and prices increased. So in order to try and fix this problem, Musa borrowed all the gold he could from moneylenders at high interest. So basically one man controlled the value of gold in the Mediterranean. So when he returned from Mecca, he began to focus on education, and y'all know education is key. The University of Sankore was restaffed with mathematicians and astronomers. The university also attracted scholars from all over Africa and the Middle East. It was the largest university in Africa and had the largest library in the world with roughly 1 million manuscripts. So Mansa Musa was obviously the most known and famous person in Africa, so he was included in the 1375 Catalan Atlas, which was one of the most important world maps in medieval Europe. And because of this, people learned about his wealth in the Mediterranean, Europe, and East Asia. So a race began in Europe to conquer the Malian Empire. It was first invaded by Portugal in 1444, but the Malian Empire put up a good fight. But after several years of sustained warfare, the Portuguese colonized several trading centers in the Malian coast. This cut it off from the world, and the colonization continued for hundreds of years, and Mali eventually became a French colony and was exploited for its natural resources, and its people were forced into poverty. But Mali gained its independence in 1960, thank God. But the average citizen earns about $780 a year, which is very different from the way of life during Musa's reign. Mansa Musa is without a doubt one of the most influential and powerful people in human history, and that's on period. But anyway, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It's free. Comment down below what you think about this video, if you even knew who he was. Share this video, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!